Greetings again, seekers. It's Brooke from BrookeReadsTarot.com, coming to you from always beautiful Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. This is your tarot outlook for the week beginning Sunday, September 11th, 2022. There's always a high probability of profanity when I open my mouth, so my content is not intended for young audiences. Before I shuffle up, I will kindly ask you to like, share, and subscribe from whatever platform you are joining me from. And if you enjoy our time together, please visit BrookeReadsTarot.com to book a session of your own, as well as to see where you can reach me on social media and what else may be happening at my retail location, the High Priestess Metaphysical Boutique in downtown Jim Thorpe. So I invite you to sit with me, my dear. Take a little time for yourself as I ask the cards what we need to know for the week upcoming. And for those of you who are joining me for the first time, I like to turn cards for past or present as well as future. That way I can see if we have any previous or currently unfolding events that are influencing the week's happenings. If you find nothing in this session that seems to apply to you, know that the tarot considers no news to be good news. So stay your course and keep listening to your intuition. But I do hope you'll stay with me and see if there is a relevant tidbit for someone that you love. So get yourself settled and say hello to my guide and doorkeeper, Fergus. I'm going to take a few breaths and open the channel. Mother Goddess, Father God, guides, guardians, ancestors, please be with me now as I have need of your knowledge of all things past, present, and future on behalf of those experiencing this transmission in a timely fashion. Please grant that I am the perfect channel. Please grant that I am the perfect receiver. Please grant that I am the perfect interpreter of your wisdom as it shows itself in my cards. Fergus, please open the door to any and all benevolent, loving beings and our own dearly departed who would like to contribute truthful, accurate, relevant information to this session. And lastly, please bring me to the level that you need me to be so that I may serve both the living and the dead. So it is. All right, my loves, I'm going to shuffle and cut 3 times. I'm going to lay 5 cards for past or currently unfolding influences, and then another 5 for the future of the upcoming week, which again is the week beginning Sunday, September 11th. And this is shuffle and cut number 3. I hope your day is off to a great start, Seeker, and I'm so grateful that you've joined me. I enjoy our time together. And let's see, what are our past and currently unfolding influences? There I've got the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Empress, the 9 of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's start with the difficult stuff here. When I have multiple cards of the same suit come up, I like to start by grouping them together and seeing if we can find the thread of what they are trying to bring to our attention. So, past influences and currently unfolding situations. Honey, this 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is all about the things that keep us awake at night. The 9 of Swords is about inner conflict, inner turmoil, things that are keeping us from our rest and just making us miserable and anxious overall. So we see your tension. We acknowledge this difficulty that is perhaps disrupting your self-care. I would definitely say disrupting your self-care, because the 4 of Swords coming right behind it, this is always a card that tells me that rest contemplation and recuperation is necessary. Okay. Again, swords are our house of challenges and difficulties. All right. Also the realm of the logical mind. But here, this difficulty, this tension, whatever it is that you are allowing to keep you awake at night, whatever this worry or these worries are, it is affecting your health. The Four of Swords is also a card that says to me, in addition to our rest and recuperation, our health needs greater consideration. This stress is taking a toll on your physical body, okay? All right, time to get it handled, time to get it mitigated. The Queen of Swords comes in here and says to us, there is a distinctly feminine approach to rising to this challenge or to this difficulty or this thing that we need to think about in a way that serves us better. You don't get to be and stay a queen by being a jackass or a dumbass. Royalty cards, our court cards, kings and queens, are all about dominion and mastery, ownership, all right? Queens rightfully occupy whatever their status is in their life, whatever their achievements are, they have the absolute right to be there. Kings and queens walk their talk and put their money where their mouth is. You are already equipped to deal with this thing that is keeping you awake at night, whatever this conflict is, whatever this trouble is. You have the tools. You just have to find the discipline and the mindset of mastery in order to get this handled. All right. Queen of Swords says, stop kowtowing to this fear. You are in the driver's seat here. You are in the power position. But the solution to this conflict, the solution to this difficulty, the solution to this stress that is impacting your well-being is not going to be a blunt force, aggressive solution. This queen energy shows us that there are more subtle, but equally, if not more powerful ways to handle this. Okay. And I am going to back that up with the Empress here. Now, in very mundane things, external things, this is often the card of, well, fertility. So if you suspect you're expecting, it's time to take a pregnancy test, babe. This is a card of marriage and babies. Marriage and babies, okay? But also, too, this is a very feminine energy. The Empress multiplies everything that she touches. She improves everything that she touches. So what do we want more of? What do we want more of? I'm pretty sure it's not this conflict that's being evidenced here, okay? This Empress and this Queen of Swords, these are two very powerful feminine energies. So again, the Empress says to me, there is going to be a more delicate touch that will get this handled for you. There are softer ideas. There are softer words, softer speech. Blunt force is not the path here. Blunt force is not the path here, okay? And I do believe in the recent past, we also saw this Three of Wands. Again, wands are our house of the actionable things in our reality, the things that we actually put our hands to and our physical energy to get accomplished. But the Three of Swords is also a card of domestic travel, regional travel, and open horizons within your own country, within your own community, within your region. So this energy bodes well for wherever it is that you are expanding your energy, okay? You may be traveling for work, but not leaving the country. You may be looking out to this horizon with its calm, clear water and clear skies and realize that the elements, the conditions are ideal for you to be looking further ahead. Things are going to have a little bit more clarity. All right. So this ongoing challenge, this ongoing tension that is keeping you awake at night, time to get this handled, honey, because it's hanging out over everything that's coming for the week. Yeah. So let's get into The future stuff for the week of September 11th, 2022. Mm, okay. Sweetie, I'm going to come right in here and carry on with these swords. We just talked about this inner tension that is literally keeping you awake at night and affecting your well-being. We saw the Two of Swords, I believe, in last week's reading that shows us we are still contending with choices that we feel like, well, they're not easy choices. These are difficult choices, but we also feel like we don't know enough about any of these options in order to make a wholesome choice, okay? The Knight of Swords shows us that we are frustrated and our attitude is becoming fairly aggressive. All right, we're getting aggravated. Knights are very much what they sound like when they come through in the tarot. They are forward moving, progressive energies that can sometimes be pretty aggressive. Okay. Yeah, so you want to move forward on this thing. You want to move forward on this thing. The Knight of Swords shows me that you are literally chomping at the bit to find this relief, to get this thing handled. But there is just not enough information forthcoming. Okay, there are things that are still unfolding, things that have yet to be shown. Now is not the time to make that decision. Now is not the time to make this decision. Okay, focus on the parts of this issue, if they are the same issue, if you've attached them to the same issue, of the thing that tension that is keeping you up in the middle of the night. Okay, focus on the softer aspects of finding a solution. Okay, your blunt force here, as indicated by this Knight of Swords, not going to get it done, but we fully acknowledge that that is how you're feeling about it. You're pissed off and you want this to be over. Okay, but the blunt force solution to it is not going to be the right one for you. All right. And keep your eyes and your ears open for more information, more intuition, additional outlooks concerning this difficult choice that you have to make. All right. That information is going to come up somewhere. Pay attention. Pay attention. Now, strength. The Strength card is exactly what it sounds like when it comes up in the tarot. It is a card that asks us to marshal our courage and understand our own power and to be brave. Stand up and be brave. All right, you have the strength to rise to meet whatever this is, wherever this difficulty is, wherever this information is not forthcoming. You have the ability to get this handled. You have the strength, you have the courage. We can incorporate that with the Queen of Swords that just showed herself. That is also a card of tremendous power, of mastery and ownership. All right, you have what it takes to get this handled. Okay. Now, interestingly, we come over here with the Two of Wands, which is similar for me as similar to the Three of Wands. I'll show you the difference here. So we covered the Three of Wands as being the card of local and regional domestic opportunities, as well as local, regional, and domestic travel and good conditions, okay? The Two of Wands, where this figure, he is dressed for a long journey, and he literally has the world in his hands and is looking out over a broader landscape. Okay, so this says to me that whatever opportunities, whatever potential for travel has been currently unfolding or has taken place in the past is about to get a boost with the Two of Wands that says those horizons are expanding even further to include international travel, international opportunities. The Two of Wands is a card that says you literally have the world in your hands right now. So maybe you ought to be thinking larger than what you have allowed yourself in the past regarding your opportunities for travel and, other stuff to do. Because again, wands are a card of doing. All right. Do I have anything that I want to add there? Nah, no, not really. Not really. I think we covered that well. Now, let's talk about the Two of Cups. the last card that I have here for the week upcoming. Two of Cups. I prefer this card over the Lover's card whenever we are talking about the health and longevity and potential for a loving relationship. But the Two of Cups also bodes incredibly well for work relationships where we are working concertedly with another person. The Two of Cups is always, for me, the card of kindred spirits, tremendous understanding between two people, or depending on the environment, a small group of people. These are people who strive to understand each other. They have similar values, and when they come together, it is ultimately a complementary relationship. Okay, a complementary relationship. So, if you are embarking on a new love affair, this card bodes well for the quality of that relationship and the potential that it has to grow into something that really feeds and nourishes and serves both of you. Okay. This is a card that bodes well for successful business and work partnerings and just an expansion of understanding between people in your most intimate spheres all together. Okay. I hope that sounds good to you. I know it's not necessarily an easy week, but this conflict, honey, this conflict, I know that there are things about it that you feel that you don't have enough information on, but it has been going on far too long in that it is affecting your well-being. So it's time to get on that horse and find your answers. Find your answers. This has been going on for too long. All right. You have the strength to get this handled. You have the courage to get this handled. And I certainly believe that you can. But that seems to be all for now. I give my thanks to all who lovingly sat with me today. May we have the good sense to pay attention to what we have been shown and to remember that we are loved and supported. Fergus, please close the door until next time. Please like, share, and subscribe, and visit BrookeReadsTarot.com to book your session. Make it a good week, Seeker, and remember, you are not obligated to stay where someone tried to put you. Till next week.